Yeah, because you would want your house, you know, like you say you get a house, you're like, man, I worked hard for this house, and it's like, man, like I'm the man of the house, you know, like shit, I can kick anyone out, I can talk, you know, like throw in the rules. Hey man, you gotta come to this house, you gotta take your shoes off, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, that's authority right there, man, you know?
Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, said Yahweh Shai, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
Damn.
Shit, we could be man. There's brothers that they be out like by the forest or something, and they still be preaching His word, and someone could just walk by and they could just wake that person up, man.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, because we're out here literally fishing the hopeful elect, man. Like I said, the word is the net, trying to bring them in. Because when you throw a net, you're all in the fishes.
Yeah.
You know, you're all in the fishes. And you know, sometimes you get lucky, not lucky, but sometimes you get one, sometimes you don't. And how many people have passed by here and that was just bad fish. You know?
Many are chosen, but only for a few.
Yeah.
And that other part of the scripture, who will become hunters, means we're gonna go into governments and be like, where's the Edomites? Because remember in Revelation it said even those that pierced them are gonna see. So that's the whole. Just imagine how many kids those guys had throughout history.
Yeah.
You know, you could get preserved until the Lord comes back just to get fucked up.
Yeah. And that verse 2 is powerful too because it kind of shows, it shows the reincarnation.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you think about it, those that pierced them, how those people from back then, I remember his brother, some of his verse story broke down, and how those that pierced him are going to be able to see him when that happened 2,000 years? How those same people are going to see him when he comes in clouds? So that goes to show reincarnation is real. Those same spirits that pierce him are going to see him. You know?
Yep.
The children.
Yeah.
Has to be the children.
And they're all gonna know it. They're all gonna know.
Well, how you said, there's how many kids had kids though? You know?
That's why it says the kindreds will be well, and all kindreds.
No, it's true though. Can you get a Ezekiel 3 and 4? And can you get Joel 2 and 1? Yeah, so we out here, you know, trying to wake up the hopeful elect. Because like I said, you see the times coming, man, things are going down. Like, things are really going down. And it makes you wonder, you know? But people still want to live their life and they don't want to, you know, go into the Bible or the scriptures. That's on them. But like I said, man, what they say, we can't save all. We can't save all, you know? And last week I made my lesson was about you have to probably most likely meet your family. You probably have to accept that you have to probably meet your family in the kingdom. You know?
Ezekiel 3 and 4, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So we have to speak into the house of Israel, because all these right here, this is actually the house of Israel right here. You know, so start from the tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. This is the actual house of Israel right here. You know?
Yeah. And only Israel's gonna know. They're gonna feel like that vibe.
See, that guy that said what's up to me, he doesn't know it's Israel, but he looks kind of busy. But
Yeah.
at least he sees me out here. You know?
He knows something's going on.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. He's most Ishachar, you know?
Yeah.
He reached out, he reached out.
Yeah. So he knows that I'm out here laboring at least. I'm probably gonna go back to Cleveland and be like, oh, I just see, out there. So when I come across them, I can at least break it down to him, like, hey, you're
He's
Israel,
like,
right?
wait, what you guys doing up?
Yeah. So I mean, hey, that's a start right here at least. And if he comes out of the store and comes over here, then just break them down. This is the perfect lesson to go to breaking it down to him right now. So yeah, it said, so can you read that again?
Ezekiel 3 and 4, and he said unto me, Son of man, go get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them.
Exactly. So, like I said, that guy, he knows me and everything, so he needs to get spoken to the house of Israel. He needs to know that he is part of the house of Israel. You know?
You can tell he's an Israelite.
Oh, God, yeah, he's Israelite, for sure. That's why he read the, when he said, what's that, he read that precept, man. That's why I said, read it again.
And everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
It
So,
always happens like that. Every time you read something, like something spiritual happens.
so when he read that, he said, what's up? I was like, oh, so you read that again?
And
Yeah,
that's,
so,
that's for people that don't believe. Like, why are you wasting your time? Nobody's wasting nothing.
yeah.
You're putting those pennies in that jar.
The more, you know, like I said, the more you go out labor, the more pennies you put in that gallon, you know?
Yeah.
Can you get Joel
You're 2 and 1.
2 and 1?
This is Joel 2 and 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
See? But nigh means near. So it's near. It's coming though. See? So it's coming. You never, you know, like I said, the brother spoke about Yahweh Shai coming. You gotta blow that trumpet, which is in what is Ezekiel 3 and 18, 19. You gotta warn our people of that Yahweh Shai is coming.
And then it says it here again, blow ye the trumpet in,
Yes.
in Zion.
So we're out here blowing the trumpet right now. You know, we're over here trying to, you know, wake up the hopeful elect. Because, like I said, they don't know, man. That guy doesn't know he's the house of Israel.
Feel something.
Yeah, he knows something. So we're trying to blow our trumpets to wake up the hopeful elect, though. You know, just start right here. So, like I said, we are here, and then you can't deny the fact that you're on YouTube, Israelite video comes up, though. Because it's everywhere. Sometimes I'll be somewhere on different, it had to do with the brothers, though, and the video be popping up from my brother. You know?
There'll be all kinds of videos where people debunk, they say on the title, debunk Hebrew Israelites. And it's just a bunch of dumbass shit.
Yeah.
That's why I did the video, the lesson today about the letter J and the, Yahushai's name. Like, come on, man, this is already enough.
Yeah. Which is true. Like I think I even said last week too that before coming to the truth, like you had to have common sense. Like I knew Jesus was his name even back then. I think I said that last week though, like because it was in Hebrew. It's Hebrew. So yeah, I even knew like his name Jesus. That was an actual real name even back then. Because I know it was Jesus is not Hebrew though, you know. But I just didn't know much to it, you know. What you spoke about earlier. You know? Can you get the John 7, 4? And you can get James 1 and 1.
John 7:24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, there could be a person looking like an Edomite, but he has the spirit of an Israelite. See, yeah, we're saying that you're the people though, but you can't really judge them upon appearance though. Because I went to school with like they look like Edomites, but they were Jakes though. You could tell. They even started like banging too, you know, like
You
but
can
they had the Jake spirit though, you know?
You can tell by their jokes too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, and these guys were like dark brown hair and shit, you know, like kind of like blonde almost. And but they had like spirits like Jakes, and they're like there was one so-called Edomite that was a couple years older than me, right? And he started like hanging though, you know what I mean? And he had the Ishmaelites that bang scared though, like. But I was like, nah, this guy's an Israelite, you know, this guy's an Israelite. But that's what I'm saying. So we can't really. This so-called Edomite walk by, but he could probably be from the tribes.
We don't never know, because we don't never know nobody's story.
Yeah.
We don't know nobody's story. They could be adopted.
Oh, shoot.
Like this guy that works at Walmart, JP. His name is James Powell, but he's actually an Issacharite, and his son's an Issacharite, but his son looks like a Filipino.
Oh, shit.
And his son's name is Hans Powell. You'll never fucking know that.
Oh, yeah.
You would never look at him and say, "Oh, you're fucking." You look at him and say, "Oh, you're Ammonite," but then he'll tell you his name and go, "What the fuck? Are you German?"
Yeah.
And then he told me his story, and he's a Jake.
There you go. What they say, don't judge a book by its cover.
I don't know.
Can you get that?
John 7:23, if a man on the Sabbath day receives circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken, are ye angry at me because I have made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day?
See? So that's the thing, you just don't know, you know what I mean? You don't just know. It's like you get the James 1:1.
James 1:1. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting.
See? And then the one I read earlier. Which
7 and
is-
35.
Yeah, and then that one too, but the one I read for Hosea 1 and 10.
Yeah, say 1 and 2.
Scattered everywhere. That's what I'm saying. We're scattered. There's Israelites in the Philippines, and they're everywhere, you know?
There's Israelites in the freaking parts where you think never Israelites would go.
Yeah. I think Bahamas, right? There's brothers, Jesus Bahamas,
Oh, yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so there's brothers everywhere, you know what I mean? So that's why I was saying we can't just replicate all the one.
And brothers are having dreams about angels,
Yeah.
or they're having conversations with angels.
One of the brothers sent me a video about a brother that got salvation, right? Remember?
Oh, yeah, that one that with the knife. Well, that's a different one.
His brother, he had a dream that he got delivered, and the whole time when he was talking about his dream, he was crying.
Yeah, because he got delivered, you know?
And when he got delivered, he could see the earth, and everybody just turned skeletons.
Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, he did say that, yeah.
He was like, because first he said that first he seen the chariots, and then people started getting beamed up, and then he was like, man, I hope I get beamed up. You know?
Yeah.
And then he said, and then it just happened. He got beamed up, and he was in the chariot.
So he saw the destruction not going on. Yeah.
And everybody else that was left turned into skeletons.
And that's gonna happen too.
So I'll get this last piece of right here. Romans. This is the book of Romans 12 and 3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according to as Jehovah has dealt to every man the measure of faith. So, we want to measure the amount of faith, though. So that was in my lesson.
Yeah. Those are good lessons, because this brother talked about laborers, and this brother talked about the name, and all that comes from the Great Millstone Doctrine. You know, because this week we seen Sonetta. He went to the Dallas, the GMS Dallas camp, and they had a big long conversation, and he stayed there for like 2 hours, you know, and he was just asking questions, you know, and it was really edifying, you know, for any brothers who tuned in, because he was just asking everything, you know, from the rape doctrine, you know, to who could be saved, you know, to the sign, the 12 tribe sign, and GMS Dallas, they were breaking down everything, you know, they were getting all the precepts, you know, so that goes to show. And then Salakia, after that, Sonetta did a video, right, and he said that Great Millstone is underrated. You know, because he said after going to their camp that they're on point with the scriptures, you know, that they break it down word for word.
Like what are we doing? Exactly what the apostles do all the time. And there's a saying that you can tell a lot about someone by the way they behave and who they hang out with.
Yeah. And next thing to say, so tu amigo son así, tú también eres así.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, I just want to get a little bit more to prove that Great Millstone, has the correct doctrine. 1 John 3 and 7.
This is 1 John chapter 1, or no, verse 3, chapter 3 and 7.
Yeah.
1 John 3 and 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
So it says little children. When it says little children, it's talking about the Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Because when you talk to those motherfuckers, they're like little children.
That's right. So it said, little children, let no one deceive you. Let no one lie to you.
Mm.
Because the reason why he's calling them little children, because we're like, imagine we're like little children that are lost in this world. We lost our father, and everybody wants to teach the Bible, You got so many doctrines. Who are you gonna follow? How are you gonna find your father? How are you gonna get back to your home? So read that again.
This is 1 John 2 and 7. 3 and 7. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous.
So we're lost in the world, and we can't find the truth, So how do you know who has the truth when everybody's saying something different,
And I think that's one of the main reasons why people get mad at you in the beginning when you come into the truth, and then they see how you are, and then they're like, hey man, I have to apologize to you. You've changed. You're different somehow. I don't know. But it's just that scripture coming to life.
Yeah. We did change, We changed back to our custom, Back to our culture, back to how it was really set up.
And how did
Got our
Neil?
identity back.
Yeah. How did Neil wake up out of that too? Was he all comfortable and shit? Everything was nice. He couldn't even move his muscles. He had no hair. He was changed, because he was being lied to so long. Everything that he had to relearn everything.
He couldn't see because he never used his eyes before.
He said, "My eyes hurt."
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then Morphy said, because he never used them.
See?
And that's spiritual right there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, man. That's...
Then these are people right here. They have the eyes, but they're not seeing.
And when we get into the kingdom, we're gonna see everything.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna look up, and then we're gonna see through this, and then we're gonna see through the atmosphere, and see through our galaxy, and then see our planets way over there. Because I'm gonna have wives in different planets, different kind of looking wives, Something scary too. But you're gonna be looking at, oh yeah, she's doing this. Oh yeah, she's doing that. Oh yeah, she's cooking. I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're gonna be all in Israel just chilling out.
So hold on to Psalms 106 and 3. Because in John it said, he that doeth righteous is righteous. So we need to find out who is the one that's doing righteous. Who's the one teaching the correct doctrine?
This is Psalms 106 and 3. Blessed are they that keep judgment, and he that doth righteousness at all times.
So it says, blessed are they that keep judgment. And you notice Great Millstone, they're very judgmental because they're always watching out, making sure if brothers are breaking down the correct scriptures.
Kind of like Revelation 18 a couple weeks ago.
That's right.
Perfect example. And we
Yeah.
learned the true meaning of the merchants
Yeah.
and how that scripture is supposed to be break down.
It's like and it says, and the righteous at all times. Great millstone, what to do? Just keeps grinding, just keeps going. You know, that's our apostles. You know, that's why they chose the perfect name because millstone just keeps going.
And when something breaks down in the camps, in the body, that part that breaks down gets changed out.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that brother that made that mistake, they kicked him out, or whatever. The judgment was passed. Like you're saying, judgment was passed, and now we're going back to work.
Yeah. Psalm 106:3. Blessed are they that keep judgment, and he that does righteousness at all times.
So that's all times. At all times, that's 7 days a week, you know, and that's 4 seasons, you know, all year round. So what do the Great Millstones? What do Great Millstones say? To upload your videos every day. You
And
know?
go out in season and out of season.
Yep. In season and out of season.
We're out here when it's fucking unbearably hot. We're out here when it's too fucking cold, when it's raining.
Yeah. That's right. So you got to be able to come out here and stand on your feet. You know.
I got a scripture for you.
Yeah.
This is 1 John 4:1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out of the world.
That's right. So we know that Great Millstone has the correct doctrine because if you ask them anything, they'll break it down. You know, the
Yeah.
apostles.
Yeah.
The apostles, man, they know every scripture in their mind.
And they can hit on any topic that you can think of.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. That's right.
And the apostles, man, they can read it for like 3 hours. The camp, you know, for 3 hours.
Apostle Ramla does an hour-long sit-down every sinil day.
Yeah, I was telling his brother that he goes from first verse all the way to the chapter, like down. So I take, you know, well, of course, all the other apostles too, but Apostle Ramla, I always take notes. He goes from the first verse all the way down.
Sometimes I can't even keep up taking notes. Or what I do is I start taking notes and then I get inspired, oh, I'm going to do my lesson on this. And then I stop taking notes because that's going to be my lesson. And I still continue listening to the lesson, but I'm always thinking about that thing and I'm researching things. Whatever they say, I'm researching.
Yeah.
Like when they say, I haven't researched it yet, but when they said that this French prostitute invented those fake eyelashes.
Oh yeah,
the cum catchers.
Umbrellas.
Umbrellas, yeah.
Umbrellas. Yeah.
And then bitches really be wearing that shit, not knowing that. See, you can't be like little children and believe everything, because little children believe anything.
They believe in the spirit of Christmas.
But it's coming up.
Yeah.
I mean, these motherfuckers believe anything. They're wearing those fucking. If a guy wore little Daisy Dukes, and somebody said, "Oh, that shit is tight jean," and you see all these fucking niggas out here with little Daisy Dukes.
Well, kind of like the Little Wayne with the tight jeans. You know, people. I remember 10 years ago, people started, because I was in that era. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna wear no tight ass jeans like that. You know?
Nobody wants to wear tight jeans.
Yeah, but since Little Wayne did it, everyone wanted to copy him. You know.
That means that you have low self-esteem.
Yeah.
You need someone else to look up to and to be like. Well, everybody does, right? But we want to be like the apostles. We want to be like Yahushua. It's the ultimate one right there. Being like Yahushua. Just imagine a car's coming at you 260 miles an hour, and you just look at it and it breaks down. And then by the time whatever gets to you, it's just a little, it keeps spinning and grinding down to a little tiny ball, all full of blood and guts.
Yeah, because when you're little children, you think about having supercars like that.
Yeah,
you know?
that's the first thing. I want to fly.
Yeah. Want to have lasers shooting down, you know? Things like that.
I want to go back to 1 John 3:7 and read 7 and 8 together.
This is 1 John 3:7 and 8. Little children, let no man deceive you. He that doth righteousness is righteous, even as he is righteous. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Yahweh was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
So it said, he that is of sin is of the devil. That means if you're of sin, that means you keep on sinning. So you keep on sinning, it's going to show, you know.
Mhm.
You keep on bringing out these false doctrines, it's going to show, you know.
Look, what's that? Polite. Look what happened with him. He tried to demonize our apostles. Look what happened to him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then it gets brought out.
You know.
Even, I think it was for molesting too or something.
Yeah.
14-year-old son.
Yeah.
And so that's a big hypocrite on his forehead right there.
Yeah, because he believes that the woman is God. He was molesting his God.
Yeah, exactly. The black woman. That
Yeah.
What a dickhead.
So you keep on sinning, it's going to show. So we can see all these false doctrines that are coming out because the grass is not green on the other side. You know, you look on the other side and it's not green. You know,
Mm-hmm.
meaning, you know, we can see that they're not teaching scripture by faith.
Like when you ask somebody for car advice, you don't ask the gardener. You don't ask Jimmy the gardener, hey, how do you change out a cold air intake? He doesn't fucking know. You don't ask the grocery guy. You ask the guy that works at fucking AutoZone or in the car parts department.
The same field.
Same deal.
So you ask Great Millstone anything, they're going to tell you what needs to be told for you to gain salvation.
And he'll tell you, you gotta grow your beard. You gotta call them names. You gotta stop. This like basically get out of Babylon. We're trying to get out of Babylon. That's why Morpheus went to go look for Neo, because he kept looking for Morpheus.
Yeah.
It all started with that. Was it that rabbit?
Yeah, that White Rabbit, and then New Matrix is gonna be pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he automatically had a connection. You know? So can you read that again?
7 and 8.
8.
Which is 8. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of Yahweh was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Uh-oh. The works of Satan or the works of Esau?
Oh, and that's the spirit too, because yesterday I showed his brother a song. And this is Jake's, right? They're called 8-Ball and MJG. And it's a song called Starships and Rockets. And one of the guys says, shackle mentally by our enemy. What do you think he's talking about? He ain't talking about the poisoning our food and things like that. But one of the verses says, shackle mentally by our enemy. And then the chorus, I think it says, what's the first thing? Living in a world that don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Esau world.
Yeah. That's right. So we can see all these false doctrines, and we can tell that they're not teaching with sincerity, because they're telling you to go out and get a gun, right?
Yeah, they're telling you to go out and get a gun, but guns kill.
Right.
Yeah.
But right here it says, who has been sinning since the beginning? That's the devil. And whose blessing is the gun? The devil's blessing, you know?
So you go to a store, right? And the guy at the gun department, he's all taking his gun apart and everything. He's gonna be talking about guns,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be telling you the best way to kill something. He's gonna tell you the best way to gut something, the best way to hunt for something.
Yeah, because he's the one that killed first. With Cain, he's the one that used the weapon first. He's the one that used the gun.
Picked up a rock, bam, and it was Cain.
Yeah.
That's true.
So these other camps like Guerrilla Hebrew, you know, those are like military camps, you know.
Those are GMO camps.
Yeah, they're not.
And they
They're not.
learned from about